That docket? Yes. It's a log containing brief entries of court proceedings. Yeah. hmm Now, I'm kind of thinking that somebody's been making some changes to the docket. Yes. Uh-huh. Because I noticed the use of capitalization and then smaller case letters. Yes. Kind of like a top secret way of communicating who's going to get paid for the show. Oh. Now let's run through the docket of every superior court and district courts in each and every state of the United States. Yes, all the cities, the counties, and all the federal dockets too. Yes. Somebody decided that they could arbitrarily use the docket without any authority of law. Yeah. hmm And you gave access to lots of different people to be able to do that. Now, as the owner of a law firm wanting to employ 1,000 recent graduates of law school, yes, that have sworn in the Bar Association their 1788, yeah, let's go. Mhm. There's a way to mine the data to find out every new petitioner, yes, of all the new court cases where it causes a new docket number. Oh, see, when you petition for a dissolution of marriage, yes, hmm hmm it creates what's known as a Superior Court docket number. Yeah. And when you petition the court for a protection order, it creates what's known as a Superior Court docket number. Yes. Now, if you could get me the chronological history of the last 40 years of docket numbers in every county, phew, I think somebody does know every time someone petitions the court, yeah, or it generates a new docket number. Oh, so that a log containing the brief entries of the court proceedings could be known to the public. Yes. Now, I don't think it violates the privacy of the individual. No, it doesn't. Because as soon as you generate one of those docket numbers, yes, it becomes public court record. Yes, it does. And as much as you might not care about the privacy of American citizens, every time you entered a default judgment, yes, where I didn't get notice, I'm absolutely sure that there are some indigent American men, yes, that would like to be approached about free legal services considering they've been named in a new docketed court case. Yes, where the petitioner names themselves and it's confidential, their information. It sure is. Because they say, yes, I'm the victim of domestic violence. Yes. Or their children are the victims of child abuse. Yeah. Now, for all of you very prejudicial judges out there that have a stereotype of the domestic abuser and child abuser, yeah, sometimes the petitioner lies. And for every time we expose the lies of any petitioner that uses the actual court system to get themselves free, victims' resources known as Section 8 housing, yes, welfare benefits, yes, free medical, ooch, and free Medicaid, right now. I like the idea of making sure that if somebody's accused of domestic violence or child abuse, that the actual perpetrator of the crime, yes, has the necessary legal representation to be able to explain what did actually happen. hmm Yeah, we have too much discrimination against those that are accused of domestic violence and child abuse. Yes. And then we're depriving them of the legal representation necessary. Yes, because they could be victims themselves. Now, as much as you never want to consider me as a victim, yeah, I would say that right now, I'm going to want those victims' rights. Yes. And the same victims' resources. Right. And the restitution. Yes. And the use of every court of the United States. Yes. And every day for the last 40 years. Right. That you generated a new docket number ooch, for every petitioner for dissolution of marriage. Yeah. Now, who is it that happens to know all the docket numbers? Well, somebody's been using a little computer to find out each and every day's new docket numbers for the technologists that needed to know. Why don't you get me the internet infrastructure of the judicial system of the United States? All the remote, yes, desktops that had the availability of knowing, yes. And then every charity, Healthy Families of Clallam County, yeah. See, I went to court, yes, and I personally gave to the court clerk my certificate of having completed the children in the middle class. Yeah. And I gave the court clerk approximately 55 pages of documentation that she asked me, "You want all of these in the file?" I said, "Yeah, I do." As I responded, I thought it was necessary to be very clear with the judge exactly what I wanted. The problem is that Healthy Families had also motioned, well, I think it is a motion, when they said I had completed children's in the middle class. Why don't you get me all the domestic violence charities in the United States that thought that they had, well, it could be a large $100 billion loss. We just can't have charities having acts.